Hello, everybody. This is Walrus McFish Sr., and we are here with a brand new series of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Yeah, the possibilities are endless. It's like on a blank sheet of paper here. Who knows? We can make any sort of character that we like. And let's get a little bit of a mild spoiler alert for the past characters on this channel. If I'm going to check out the high scores list right now. Hey, Savage Sid did it. Savage Sid is amazing. Savage Sid was the best character ever. Harrigan is, of course, Judas. We do not speak of Harrigan. And yeah, I wish I could say that we were going for a streak right now. That was going to be the whole premise of this next playthrough. Oh, we beat Savage Sid, and now the very next round, let's see if we can maybe prove our skill and get two in a row. But no, you can see I totally botched it. I had Egmont, the Draconian transmuter, who was slain by an orc wizard, which was dumb. I probably could have avoided it, but I didn't. So, I mean, that makes me feel annoyed. But you know what? It also feels good just because, well, maybe I was stressing out about making it a streak anyway. Now the pressure's off a little bit. We can just have fun and play whatever character we choose. And you know what? I think I do like the idea of that character. Draconian Transmuter sounds like a lot of fun. I want to have like a character who is going to worship Jiva, first of all. So a Transmuter seemed like a good idea for that. And then I was thinking, hey, if we're going to have a powerful transmuter, we had a statue form type transmuter on this channel before. Maybe we should go with a dragon form transmuter. I never really cast dragon form before. Could be pretty awesome to have a Draconian who could turn into different colored dragons, maybe have all sorts of cool Jiva mutations to go along with it. So I think that could be a really fun, maybe eventually powerful character if we can get him off the ground. So we're going to try the same thing, pretty much the exact same thing. I'm a little worried that this is going to be the murgatroyd effect here, where I try to use the same boring name and it works against us. So rather than just being Egmont 2, we're going to go with the Lady Egmont, his grieving wife. It's been a while since we had a female character in this channel. Maybe it's a little bit of a sausage fest. Get a female Draconian on here, and Lady Egmont is going to show us who the true hero of this story is. So we got Lady Egmont the Ruffian. We're going to take a look at her skills here. Definitely with any sort of transmuter type character, we're going to pump up our unarmed combat quite a bit. We don't have to worry about armor as a Draconian, which is a little bit liberating. We can just simplify as matters of skilling quite a bit. We don't need any spell casting right now. Let's leave a little bit of transmutations on just to get that going. And I think that's about where we want it to be, probably. And let's try not to mess up as badly this time. I think my macro should still be in place, so I should be able to just press 1 to cast Infusion. Yeah, as I said, we don't have to worry about any sort of body armor at all. We got built-in body armor, we're made out of dragon armor. We'll be whatever kind of dragon we end up being. Spears and stones. Yeah, we could pick up whips and spears. There's a nice little selection of early game weapons here. If we were most other types of characters, we'd be very thrilled about that. Any other sort of magical character, we would be very, very interested. I don't know that spell, huh? Well, I guess I do need to set my macro properly then. Yeah, I didn't save it. Whoops, alright, let's do it right. But we did grow some talons, which is nice. Transformation barely works. I really need to improve that, which is why I'm studying it. But hopefully it will carry us through this jackal fight quite a bit. Alright, milestone there. We killed the jackals, won the first battle there. That's good. That's encouraging. But I'm not going to really relax until we can make it through this first video here. And maybe make it past Dungeon 3 because, I saw this character's not invincible. Orc wizards, orc priests, any sort of early game uniques. It's definitely going to throw a monkey wrench into our plans. I'm guilty of thinking big picture sometimes. I'm just like, oh, we'll be a dragon. Let's just get there and be a dragon. That'll be amazing. No, we really got to focus right now on what we're doing here. Like this hobgoblin is definitely giving us a little bit of trouble, but we did make it up to level 2, which is beautiful. Yeah, more hobgoblins over there. Make sure we have a proper beastly appendage. And we've got quite a bit more life now. Our life is basically doubled. Just getting up to level 2 is a big accomplishment and improves our survivability a lot. One null pack or one adder or something like that is much less likely to just completely ruin our day. And we can learn Sticks to Snakes too, which is a reasonable escape type emergency spell. Definitely I should probably use that more. I'm guilty of not using that because I always forget about it, and it's always sort of a weird spell, right? Sticks to Snakes. What's the deal with that exactly? Like, it's so different from all the other transmutation spells. Hey, look, it is a null. It's more like a summoning spell, and it's interesting that I should mention that as well. Do you have a He does not have a spear. I was thinking maybe we should pick up some summonings this game as well. Because I had no summonings with my Savage Sid game because we sacrificed love. Oh, jeez. This Knoll is giving us a lot of trouble. Come on. I should just run away from the Knoll, probably. My talents are gone. I should just make some sticks into snakes, probably. But he got a turn on me. That's unfortunate. I would love to just be able to run away and regenerate and maybe get some snakes. Alright, so we got one turn. I'm going to swap out my sticks. Next turn I'm going to get some snakes. Alright, sticks to snakes, sticks to snakes. Come on, save me here. Well, get out into this open is probably a bad place to be. Having a spear here would be nice, I guess. But we can't even outrun this guy anyway. Alright, we're at a good enough point where I'm comfortable with casting sticks to snakes. Let's just set that to... oh yeah, that's right. So cast 2. Cool, we made a snake. It's an adder. Nice. That's brilliant. Alright, that's like having sort of like a blowgun. That adder can get the bite in. Oh, well, you can try. Don't miss. Uh-oh, we don't want to get trapped in here. Did I accidentally trap myself in? This might have been a bad place to be. My adder bites the Knoll. If he could just get poisoned or whatever, that'd be amazing. Yes, the Knoll is poisoned, so now we can definitely afford to just run down this corridor. And the Knoll died. That worked really well. I'm really happy about that. Sticks to snakes to the rescue. And that Knoll is definitely proving to be troublesome. See, this is not just like a gimme start right here. You can see how maybe I died to the... Oh, jeez. Should have healed up against the gecko. Yeah, seriously. Alright, we're not going to die here. Yeah, that's dumb, but I'm not going to die to a giant gecko. Let's heal up. Let's be super proper about this. You can see I could have died to an orc wizard. It's not inconceivable, right? These little guys, you know, any sort of unarmed start is a little bit sketchy. You know, unarmed is bad until it's good, basically. You know, it ramps up sort of quadratically. You know, it has a very high ceiling. It's definitely possible you can become like a super grandmaster of the martial arts, the unarmed martial arts, as you can in a lot of fantasy settings. A little bit unrealistic. I mean, you think that even like normal kung fu masters or whatever, if you give them a weapon, they're going to be even more dangerous. But no, that's not the way it works, obviously. How are we supposed to focus our chakra with a weapon, you know? Or whatever, our chi. You know, it definitely interferes with the natural flow of my my qigong. L over there. See, yeah, I mean, you may have noticed I have a NetHack video, which I put up as well. So I've definitely got my roguelike wires being crossed here a little bit. Reach level 3, that's nice. What are we going to put this in? How about dexterity? Because we don't have any armor, we're going to need a little bit of dodging. Let's make sure that our dexterity is worthwhile. So yeah, I see that lowercase green L over there, and my first thought is, uh-oh, it's a leprechaun. That's going to be annoying to deal with. But of course it's not. It's just a tiny little lizard. Tiny little lizard. What do you think? Do you think it's worth trying to get the punch stab on this adder? Sneak up on him? Maybe make a snake to have a snake versus snake combat? But I mean, that's a little bit... I don't know. I don't want to turn brother against brother here. You know, create life from sticks to snakes and then immediately turn him on his brother. That seems cruel. Let's do it anyway. Create a snake. Good. All right, ball. Oh no, the ball python didn't do it. Okay, good. At least get a little bit of time to back up. I only have 9 arrows here, so let's do one more maybe. And now here, let's. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh, good. I'm getting a little bit of snake action here. Let's make sure that we cast our beastly appendage. And now I can try to punch this adder. I did everything I could. I mean, you have to admit, I used as many sticks to snakes as I possibly reasonably should have. And more. I am picking up arrows, right? I would like to be replenishing those arrows, so I have as many sticks as I can. We got the adder, though, with not too much difficulty. It's all about the good dice, I guess. You gotta have the dice rolls. Here's a ball python. I created you. I can destroy you. I was being constricted just a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. And what else we got going on in Dungeon 2? Anything super dangerous? Sling bullets, gold pieces, feeling hungry? Anything else? I don't really think all those snakes were really necessary. I think we'll just put up our beastly appendage and then fight an adder one-on-one. Yeah, I really think those snakes were really just not doing very much. I mean, it was nice when we had that adder. If we work up our spell power a little bit more, I think those snakes are liable to become more and more dangerous. Like, you can create, you know, black mambas and things like that, which actually scale up a little bit better later in the game. Wand of Frost, okay, that's fine. Yeah, and again, stuff like that, I see that Wand of Frost, and I think NetHack. I'm like, oh, Wand of Cold, that's good. It's really good. They could save our life. Wow, Leprechaun, don't steal my gold. Lots of leprechauns here. It's a leprechaun haul. Nope, not quite. Just some newts. Seems like we run into a bunch of newts in a bunch of these playthroughs, don't we? I think it's good luck, probably. You know what they say, an early newt pond means... I don't know what it means, man. I don't know. I was trying to think of something that rhymes with pond, but what rhymes with pond exactly? Like frond? Reach level 4. And I am stronger. Nice. Alright, so we're a little bit stronger too. We don't need it for any armor or whatever, but it's just going to be nice to be able to boost up our damage any way that we can. Any other spells that we could memorize? I guess we could memorize Spider Form and work towards that. Ice Form is going to be neat too. I think that regardless of what color Draconian we turn into, we are going to learn up a little bit of ice magic. Considering that we might like to learn Azukubo's armor or also Condensation Shield. If we're going to be turning into crazy dragons all the time, we're not exactly going to have opposable thumbs, you know, so we might have to control an ice shield magically suspended above us or something like that. And here we start to run into the orcs. This is a little bit crazy because I died to orcs last time. We are near the stairs, though, so if things look bad, I could just leave. I could just leave right now. In fact, I think I will. Just back out of here. It's a little bit sad that I'm at this situation just dealing with, like, one orc at a time. Yeah, look at this. He hits me with a dagger of protection. Oh, I guess that makes a little bit of sense. But come on, I gotta be able to... Yeah, alright, I gotta be able to take out a single orc like that. We're not in the best spot in the world here. I should maybe just focus on unarmed combat a little bit more. Maybe I'll turn off transmutations in a minute as soon as it gets up to level 3, just so I can make sure I have all the unarmed combat I need. Make sure I get those nice quadratics working for me, or whatever. And make sure we have a little bit... Yeah, these non-dagger protection orcs are no problem. But any sort of higher AC foe, I guess, if we ran into an orc warrior or something like that, I'd be a little concerned. We'd want to be able to cast Spider Form, I guess, and poison him. Or maybe we could get Sticks to Snakes going a little bit. Did I find any more arrows anywhere? Maybe. No, just 8 more arrows. That's fine. Adder. One more adder. Yeah, he gets some good chomps on us. You see, he took away 6 life, 2 more life. But we can take an adder, I hope. We get bad poison rolls, maybe not. Leprechauns. Orc priests. Okay, so this is annoying. This is going to be the toughest fight yet. This is going to be a true test where we could easily, definitely die. What I'd like to do is maybe take this leprechaun downstairs and then take him out. And then maybe we can deal with these guys a little bit more systematically. Good. Good. Good job, Lady Egmont. If you can make it past Dungeon 3, you did better than your husband's. Alright, take out an orc priest would be nice. My talons are gone, but get them with more talons. I can always grow back more talons. I just don't want to get smitten too much. Oh man, see, this is annoying that the orc priest is able to regenerate. Back out of the lack of damage that we're doing. What do I need to do here? I just need to get more powerful transmutations, I guess. Train up my punches, train up my magic. Hit him with more magical punches per square foot. Here's Kozlal. That's pretty cool. I like this altar. It's pretty cool. Are those shafts on the floor there as well? That's pretty cool. Yeah, all sorts of seismic disturbances going on in here. Yeah, it's neat. But we already had a Kozlal playthrough, and it was lots of fun. In fact, was that our last? No, our Transmuter game was with Xam. Reached level 5. Neat. When did we have Kozlal? Who was that did Kozlal? Trying to remember. Oh, it was the Centaur game, right? That was Horsella Oatbag, our last powerful lady heroine. So maybe that's a good sign. We're not going to go with Kozlal again, though, because we don't go twice in a row. I think my choices for gods here is, as I said, eventually Jiva. Because that's sort of half the point of this character. I had a request for a Jiva character, and I have not, like, ever had, like, a good Jiva character. Certainly not a winning Jiva character. So that'd be a lot of fun. I think that'd be a really fun and different thing to do. So I thought we'd do that. I thought we'd be like a crazy transmuter who transmutes things. I don't like the fact that that orc is standing in the wings, going to smite us as much as he can. We're going to try to run away. Yeah, we got smitten quite a bit, but hopefully that slows him down enough that I can get around the corner so he can't see me. Alright, keep running. Alright, so now we've got a weird, slimy, slippery transmuter guy. And so what's going to... We're not going to go Jiva right away. I mean, that's the thing, you know. Because Jiva is much more of an endgame sort of god. We could always jump down one of these shafts, Savage Sid style, if we needed to. I think that might be a pretty good idea. Jiva is going to eat all of your stuff at the beginning of the game, and is just not like the kind of guy. Alright, you know what? Jump into the shaft. Whoops. We're going to get smitten. Jump into the shaft. Go down. Fall through a shaft. Okay. That was a little crazy. That was definitely Savage Sid style. I fell through a shaft all the way down to Dungeon 5, but hopefully I'm well enough protected in here that I can just rest up for 4 seconds. Yeah, there we go. And there's an up staircase right here, which is nice. Alright, that was tricky encounter against an orc priest. But we're okay here. So who's going to be our early game god then? That's the question. And I mean, I could go with a couple of different people. I think what I was thinking is maybe I'll just go with Sif. Somebody who's relatively easy to abandon. Take out a scorpion is going to be tricky. And hopefully will also teach us the secrets of how to become a dragon form warrior. Maybe a couple other summonings if that's the route that we wanted to go. Whatever interesting spells that we want to learn. All the auxiliary spells and stuff. You know, if we want to learn some ice magic, auxiliary, you know, I mean, we want a pretty specific spell set. So it might be nice to train with Sif for a while. Oh, it's murgatroyds. One of the murgatroyds. I guess this is the first murgatroyd. The other murgatroyds were named Murgatroyd 1 and 2. So, you know, I mean, a couple of long, noble lineages. It's the Murgatroyd clan versus the Egmont clan. Definitely had clan warfare for hundreds of years. You know, I mean, definitely this isn't the first time that we've clashed. And, yeah, so I don't like this Murgatroyd. What do you know exactly? He's just a Scald. He didn't know any spells. Incapable of using stairs. So he's going to come up and try to attack us with his axe, which might just be like a regular non-branded axe. I don't think Murgatroyd was a very good character. So I don't feel too bad about standing here and fighting Murgatroyd. If the Orc Priest comes around the corner again, we can just come upstairs. We could also get ghosts. Nice, check it out. I can tail slap this ghost. Look at this clown. Transformation is almost over. Tail slapping a ghost. Oh no, okay, come on. It's going to be a fair fight, I guess. Okay, but can we do this? Or should I just leave? Ugh, let's go upstairs. Come on. Come on. Alright, so I mean, it's annoying that we got to fight. Ooh. Come on. Stupid kobolds, you got to die. Yeah, you really got to die right now. He had a short sword of speed, which means he can get in some nasty hits on us. But alright, we can go downstairs. We can get some snake back up too if we need to. Hey. Murgatroyd's ghost is screaming, "I'll kill anyone who wants the orb." Well, that's very straightforward. There's not a whole lot of subtlety there. You know, not a whole lot of tact. This was a bad series of encounters. Man, Murgatroyd's ghost, not as easy as I expected. It's a little bit tougher to hit this guy than I would like. This time he didn't get a good dice roll right from the start, but neither did we. It's just hard to hit this guy, is the problem. It's hard to hit these ghosts. So you know what? Let's just ignore this for a minute. Let's probably come back to this in a second. I am near starving. I hope I have some kind of food here. Yeah, I don't want to just be randomly fighting ghosts and starving to death. Let's eat a bread ration. Okay, it's Murgatroyd's ghost over there again. So we'll just head downstairs. And then there's another staircase, up staircase over there. Okay, Orc Priest over there. Also kind of annoying. Let's just hang out here for a second. And then deal with that Orc Priest again. Should I get him with the snakes? I mean, maybe if I hit him with some snakes, he'd be a little bit distracted. And I got 22 arrows now, so it's okay. I'll get him with the snakes. Go, my minions of snakes. Alright, hopefully he smites the stakes instead of me. And I can just stand near... Yeah, look, I can just stand on this staircase or just get close enough to him. Nice. He did do a number on the Orc Priest, though. Definitely my snakes are doing good works. Snakes hate priests. It's a well-established fact, and now they're all... They did their job. They fulfilled their purpose. Well done. Created you from inanimate matter. Created your brain and muscles out of nothing, and your one purpose is to kill an Orc Priest, and you did. So good job. Some interesting philosophical implications there. Sticks to snake smell. I mean, that's what they don't want you to think about. That's in the after, I mean, that's in the final chapter on the spell, on the textbook of sticks to snakes. You can think about that, but it's best not to think about that. Ring of poison resistance, nice. I'm all about that. Finding a ring of poison resistance in the early game is huge survivability. Absolutely, especially if we're going to Lair or something like that. Poison needles, don't mind if I do. Here, let's pick up some of these random things that we normally might like needles and maybe throwing nets. We could have some throwing on this character maybe. But, that's just generically useful. We haven't seen any blowguns, have we? Or just generally any armor. Nothing that we can wear. Being Draconians, we're made out of armor practically. And any weapons we don't really care about either. So that sort of simplifies matters. That's part of the reason why I'm okay with going Jiva eventually. I mean, we can't wear armor. We don't want a weapon. So if these slimes eat up most of the good stuff, that's fine. We don't want it. I mean, the slimes can eat what they'll eat. And we encourage it. I mean, let the slimes do their thing. The slimes have been downtrodden for too long. Lady Egmont has got a certain sympathy for the slimes. We're going to go... Hey, I got hit by a poison needle anyway. We're going to go down and usher in a new golden age of glory for the slimes. Eventually. We got to get there first. But, I mean, let's make sure that we're ready for it. We got our blowgun here. That's cool. How about I'll just set that... Let's adjust that to... how about capital B? So I can still get out my sticks to snakes relatively easily, but still know where my blowgun's at if I need it. Sticks to snakes is sort of like a blowgun. As I said, it sort of fulfills that same role if we can summon a poisonous snake. Oh no, Graham! That's a poisonous snake! Let's keep going. I haven't seen any gods yet, have we? Oh, we saw Rue, right? Oh no, Kozlal. We saw that big seismic altar of Kozlal, which is pretty cool. Oh no, Graham, a poisonous snake! We killed the poisonous snake. Uh-oh, it's Zygmunt, though. Zygmunt hates snakes. Wizards are sort of like priests, and snakes hate priests. So it stands to reason that maybe snakes hate wizards as well. It's hard to tell. We'll definitely give it a try, or maybe we'll just try to leave and hopefully don't give them even a chance. Zygmunt the Dreaded. Yeah, I definitely can get behind that dread. There's stairs right there if we could just get down. Okay, and there's an up staircase right around the corner. So I'm okay with actually like stepping around the corner, getting some snakes action. Yeah, okay, look, we've got an adder. It's right there. So let me just step over here, give him the chance to poison him. Get some more snakes. One more snake. Alright, so we got a good line of snakes. Zygmunt is trying to hit me with his scythe. Because I forgot he's got that annoying thing. That's part of his signature spookiness. I'll get out my nothing again, and we have a beastly appendage. And now I'll just wait for these guys to do their thing. Actually, if I could just get the better snake to attack, that would be better. Buffalo Flame coming up at us. Yeah, that'd be fine. What I would really like actually here, if we just wield the blowgun, that way we can get in poison ourselves. The adder is confused a little bit. Annoying. Okay. Ball python is confused. My ball python died. Alright, and my snakes are all confused. I forgot that snakes could be so easily confused. Yeah, he's confused too and wandering over near me. If you could get less confused and just get one good bite on him, that'd be fine. But what I would love to do is maybe just get a little bit of distance here. Adder. Why are you still so confused? This little adder brain has been addled. Stupid reptiles. You're giving reptiles a bad name. We're reptiles here too, I mean, I was trying to stick up for you, casting sticks to snakes. Stick up for my reptilian brethren here, but no, they're making me look like a jerk. But he looks even sicker, so I guess he did do something. The snake got a little bit of stuff in there. Hit me with the puff of flame, but only for 3 damage, so that's not that bad. He's even sicker and could get even sicker. He barely missed us, so let's just throw on a little bit more poison stack. We got him. Nice. Well, we didn't even need any more. He just sort of bled out there. And we reached level 6. Amazing. We're almost to the point where we can see what color we are, which is always part of the excitement of playing as a Draconian. What color a dragon are we going to be able to turn into? What do we want? More strength? How about let's just get more dexterity? Nice. Across the board. Playing with Savage Sid, we didn't have any dexterity because, well, except for our ring dexterity. But we didn't need any dexterity because we couldn't train dodging. So I'm sort of feeling like going with a little bit more of a dodgy martial artist here. Of course, if we turn into a humongous dragon, we're not going to be doing much dodging at all. But that's besides the point. Did you have anything cool here, Zygmunt? You had a scythe and a robe that we can't wear, but that's fine. Uh-oh, and it's Natasha as well, so there's... Whoa. Alright, never mind. Natasha turned us into a sentient fungus. That's a little surprising, Natasha. I think what we want to do is sort of... I'm too terrified to move while being watched. This is a little crazy. Alright, Natasha got us with the wand of polymorph. I can't move because I'm too afraid of this stuff. Do I have anything that I can zap you with here exactly? What do I got here exactly? I got a wand of frost of my own. I could shoot it with the needles as well. Oh, no, I can't. Probably. I can't wield anything. How about, can I zap anything? Yeah, I have no means to grasp a wand because I am a fungus. So never mind. Alright, let's just sit here and wait for her to come. Magic Dart is coming up at me. My AC is okay. Natasha, get over here. Quit with your spell trick or you turn me into a fungus. Now come over here and fight me. Look, you want... yeah, and she's still trying to zap me. She's not content with me being a fungus. I think maybe you should just leave well enough alone. If you zap me with something, I'm probably going to turn into something more dangerous than a fungus. Alright, but here we go. We got her now. Nice. Being a fungus is pretty neat. It's just a little bit tricky to move. And nice, we're still a fungus. That's pretty cool. And we can... yeah, we're a carnivorous fungus? That's actually a little bit terrifying. I'm not sure what I think about this. Here we have an escape hatch in the ceiling. I'm terrified to move when an orc wizard is over there. That's actually a little bit bad. But here we go. I stopped sporulating. That's probably for the best. Orc wizard is what took me down last time. So I would love to just like poison you and allow you to die. I think what we're dealing with over here is a Sif Moonavault too, right? Yeah, if you want to just get poisoned to death. Yeah, you're going to die. Looks like Sif Moon to me, all this deep blue wizard battle. Looks like an implicitly Sif Moona altar here to me. Alright, so definitely we're going to go with that because that's the plan. Sif Moona, can you teach me how to be a dragon? Sif Moona the Lawminder is a contemplative but powerful deity served by those who seek magical knowledge or who want to be turned into a dragon. The Lawminder appreciates the training of spellcasting skills and will reward faithful followers with a supply of spellbooks taken directly from Sif Moona's legendary library. Nice. Alright, I think this is a good choice. I don't think Sif Moona's wrath is going to be that bad eventually. You know, I mean, it's going to be something that's going to be manageable, more annoying than fatal. And in the meantime, we're going to get a whole bunch of cool books that's going to teach us all the arcane secrets that we ever wanted to know. So, nice. Now that we have become devotees of Sif Moona here, maybe we should train up our spellcasting a little bit more. Could learn up some more poison magic to get spider form. That's a possibility. I don't know. I'd rather see what color dragon I turn into before I commit to any sort of elemental magic here. That's going to happen momentarily. I could focus my transmutations, but nah, I really feel like it's more important for me to get my my core skills up as well, my physical skills. So this is plenty. Sif Moona, you can be happy about this. And if we get some other cool spells eventually, yeah, I'd like to put a couple of points into summoning or whatever else. You know, maybe some elemental magic, ice, as I said. Twisted chainmail, well, that's part of the reason about being a Draconian that's annoying. You can't wear any sort of special artifact armor. But if we found some gloves or boots or whatever, we could wear that and be happy about it. And, you know, eventually the jellies can just eat it all. Jellies can just lay waste to it all. Kobold sleeping over here is not an issue. If we can tail slap people, notice we're getting in these good tail slaps. That's pretty sweet. Also, did we finish exploring the previous floors? Maybe I should go back upstairs and make sure that we finished exploring all the previous floors, because I don't remember. I mean, we're doing well enough on this floor for now, so maybe we should finish it off while we're on a roll. A little bit of goblin meat here is fine. A little bit of plant. I was considering going Fedhas as well. I had a couple other gods in mind. I could have got... I heard that they changed up Elivalon, so it might be interesting to try a new Elivalon character. Or a new Nemelex. But both of those guys are sort of antithetical to the idea of going for Jiva eventually, just because, well, Nemelex will want a bunch of evocations, and then the jellies will eat everything. We won't have any more decks if we abandon them. There's Okuwaro. That could have been an okay choice here, too. But again, if we're going to go Okuwaro and get an ammunition-based build or something like that, and then the jellies eat it all, you know, what's the point? Also, I didn't want to go with anything that's going to require too much invocations, because Jiva doesn't care about that. So if I want to do a proper Elivalon character... this is annoying. I don't know if I should be fighting this fight. I got frozen and it slowed down. That's really terrible. I gotta just run, I think. Unfortunately, I don't have too much here that's gonna help. I got a bunch of random stuff that maybe I should be dealing with. I feel myself speed up. Alright, so let's just get out of this fight. This is a bad fight. Yeah. So let's get upstairs. And we'll have a different character that uses invocations. You know, we can have a different character. Where's the nearest way out? Down here. Different character who actually tries to play like a proper healer. Oh, it's Natasha again, and she's going to try to turn us into a fungus. If you want to turn us into something that can actually deal with an ice beast, that'd be fine. If you want to turn us into early dragon form, just as a taste of what's to come, I'd be all about that. This is not the best situation, though, I admit. I was not expecting to run into Natasha here. Natasha claws us. Okay, there's more staircases over here, so I think this is probably the best plan. Have a terrible headache. Natasha, turn me into a spiny porcupine. I somehow think that porcupine does not a hard counter to ice beast. So let's just wait out our porcupine-ness down here. And just explore up around here. We can hit up that escape hatch, I suppose. Take out a worm at least, maybe. Yeah, I sort of feel like I do want to go and check out these earlier dungeon floors before we get ourselves in too deep over our head. New kind of ring. Protection from cold. Wow. That's actually like literally perfect. Let's go see if we can fight an ice beast now. Is it worth trying to like turn into spider form or something? I don't think we can poison these guys. But it would also be pretty good evasion or something. I don't know. Maybe I should give it a try. What is it, 38%? Let's try it. I messed it up. So hopefully I can take out this ice beast at least. It's a little bit more manageable, and I'm getting in some good punches this time. So I think that was actually extremely lucky. We have found exactly the means of dealing with an ice beast. Natasha almost dead, trying to block us in. That's pretty clever there. Do you see her trying to cast Conjure Flame over there? That's a pretty reasonable tactic, except I could have escaped from the diagonal through the staircase, so it's actually pretty half-hearted effort there, Natasha, honestly. And, let's see. Yeah, I probably should also, like, identify all my stuff. Because I've been in situations here a couple of times where I was like, hey, I wish I had a potion of healing or something. Interesting sort of little enclosure over here. Reach level 7. Alright, so this is a big moment for us. What do you think? What's the money on? You think it's going to be red, blue, green? Who knows? We are a gray Draconian. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. I'm interested in that. You know, I mean, it's not one of the classic ones. I think that means we get more armor in general, and also we can like walk underwater. We don't have a breath attack. I don't believe we don't get any sort of metallic spray breath attack, but that's pretty cool. I think it means that we're eventually going to be able to transform into like an iron dragon, which is really cool. It's one of the most powerful types of dragons, right? I feel breathless. Nice. So we are breathless. That's a neat ability to have. It means that we won't be able to be attacked by water elementals or things like that, and we should just be able to walk through the water. We won't have an advantage in the water in the same way that you know, merfolk do or something like that, but also it's just nice to be able to have. If we're in the shoals or something like that, we can go and just walk through deep water. Nobody cares. So that's cool. We don't have to worry too much about flight or anything like that. And I think that does give us an aptitude for earth magic as well. I mean, we could go for ice magic as well or something. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, this is pretty cool. I wonder what sort of mega dragon that means that we're going to turn into one day. I have no idea. I mean, as I said, I have limited experience with dragon form. I think I maybe cast it like once on a character just to see what it was all about. And it wasn't a Draconian, so I don't know about all these like specific Draconian rules for casting dragon form. Here's the last iteration of Natasha. Let's put her to rest and then kill this yellow leprechaun right here. Get out of here. Stop trying to steal my gold, you stupid amphibian. We do have a wand of polymorph, which was zapped a lot of times. I imagine that Natasha probably zapped it a few more times as well. We could get up some evocations with this character because I had literally 0 with the last character. But again, if the jellies are going to eat all the wands, you know, I mean, who knows? Maybe it's probably not the wisest investment in the long term. Let's see if we can get some better wands and evocals before we make that decision. It's nice to have some evocations just to be able to cast a Fan of Gales properly or something, you know, I mean, a properly charged up Lamp of Fire or something like that can definitely be a game changer. Alright, cool. Grey Draconian, Lady Egmont the Grey Draconian. I didn't even make it far enough with regular Egmont to see what kind of Draconian he was going to be. He was just a regular stem Draconian, Basil Draconian. No fire resistance, but fire imps are not really to be concerned with. New kinds of scrolls. Sort of wish I prayed at that Iron Altar of Okawara now. I could have been like Iron Dragon. You know, the Iron Dragon. Sounds like a bad kung fu movie. Oh, it's Bork the Orc. I didn't even notice I was fighting a unique right here. He's got a halberd. That's a little bit on the annoying side. Maybe he could have been poisoned. And he, what did he do? He turned invisible somehow. How'd you do that, Bork the Orc? I killed him. What do you got there? How'd you turn invisible? Is that just a spell that he knows how to do? I guess maybe it is. That's pretty neat. There's a good trick there, Bork. But, yeah, he's got a halberd, he's got a glowing robe and whatever, but none of that is necessary for us, and he wasn't too difficult to take down. Thick Jeweled Staff is intriguing enough that I'm going to go look at it. What is it? An uncursed Staff of Cold. Fine, that's neat. I was hoping it might be a Staff of Energy. If we found a cool Staff of Energy, that's always a neat thing to be able to have, because then you can cast Blade Hands for free, no hunger, or to cast Dragon Form, no hunger, and you're going to meld into a form that just melds into your body anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, nice! Check it out. Yeah, we can just walk through this water. That's amazing. I was like, how'd I get here? Nice. We're breathless. We can just walk around at the bottom of this pond all day. It's pretty cool, like Pirates of the Caribbean style, you know, just walk around in the bottom. Or Grim Fandango, if you ever played that game. But we're not dead, of course, not nearly. We got to get our poison needles, just retrieve our poison needles from this water hazard here. And let's go upstairs real quick, just in case we didn't quite finish taking out the trash up here. Go upstairs again. Yeah, we weren't quite done on D3, so hopefully it'll be easy enough. I know there was maybe an Orc Priest that we were running from up here. Sif Muna is non-committal. Geez, Sif Muna, well, you don't have to be blunt about it. You could have at least said something pleasant, like, Sif Muna appreciates the fact that you're trying. Would have been the kind thing to say, but I appreciate you giving to me straight, Sif Muna. New kind of potions, new kinds of scrolls. Maybe it's about time we start identifying some of these. Or priest. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is what we were running from before. Make sure we take out this guy as efficaciously and perspicaciously as possible. Invisible, more invisible or priests over here. Starting to miss my antennae. But we got plenty of advantages too. We got tons of cool draconic scales, and we can breathe underwater. What's not to like about that? Cool. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of identification minigame here. Let's read one of them that we got tons of. We got 8 of these. Scroll teleportation. I'm glad I have 8 of those. Alright, so that's an escape right there. Our character should be much more survivable if we can just get out of whatever situation we need to. And that's one thing that we appreciate over being a Formicid, of course. You know, I mean, we may not have antennae growing on our head, but we can wear hats and we can also teleport. So, Scroll of Identify. Let's go ahead and start dealing with these potions. Potion of Brilliance. Potion of Generation. Yuck. Potion of Poison. Double yuck. Potion of Lignification. Worth having, I guess. Might as well turn into a tree. And what else we got? 3 and 3. These ones could be good. 3 potions of Restore abilities. So you have to imagine that this other one that we got 3 of is probably Curing or maybe Heal Wounds. Could be... Oh, we already saw Poison. That's nice. So we could probably quaff that in an emergency and feel relatively okay about that. But we got lots of other escape options too. We can teleport. We got 7 scrolls of teleportation. And then any other scrolls here that we're interested in. Let's check it out. Scroll of Enchant Armor, but I don't have any armor. Yikes. Alright, we can enchant up our body. Is that not allowed? Scroll of Fog. Scroll of Enchant Weapon. I guess we might as well enchant up our blowgun. I mean, I'm not going to use it on anything else. Having a +9 blowgun is not the worst thing in the world. Better than having 9 scrolls of Enchant Weapon that you're not doing anything with. And Scroll of Remove Curse. Good to know. Scroll of Immolation. Kind of good to know. Good. Alright, so I'm feeling a lot better about this character. Lady Egmont is way, way more effective than her husband ever was. And I'm feeling like this is going to be at least one video here. I mean, I'm going to probably try to take this to the Lair, as is my custom, just to make sure that we can make it there. I guess we haven't even found the Ecumenical Temple yet here. But, yeah, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Lady Egmont, don't get cocky. Hands feel slithery. I love that. You try to cast stick. I tried to cast sticks to snakes by accident. Oh, and there is an Orc Priest. So you know what? I'm going to run away from this. Let's not be stupid right after I just got cocky about it. Take these guys upstairs so we don't get smitten repeatedly when we're trying to fight snakes. We'll fight these guys one at a time. That guy looks like he's going to try to rot us, if I had to guess, which is extremely rude and semi-permanent consequences. Wizard and a priest at the same time is not fun, especially because the alternative is go downstairs where there's also a priest. My horns disappear. But I killed that one. I headbutt something. Alright, that orc priest was trying to get around the corner, but instead he only blocked his smiting view. So yeah, that was a little bit of a tricky fight, but we came out on top. Yeah, we're still very fragile here. We can't be stupid. But we have the means to get away from these situations as well. We need to teleport proactively if it looks like we're in a bad spot. Necrophage can also come upstairs and get killed before he rots us. Very good. Next up is another orc. We're going to do this one at a time. Yeah, I mean, no sense in fighting when there's an orc just sitting there, just smiting us from the back. Hey, come on. That orc priest was right there. I was just about ready to lay into him. He runs away like a cowardly orc priest. I should get some snakes to attack you. More imps. Imp Central over here. Which is fine. It's a taste of things to come. What are my long-term plans for this character? That's a good question. Well, I guess I'm going to take it at least far enough to be able to cast Dragon Form. That's basically my idea. And, you know, I mean, for my... when I was going with regular Egmont, I was talking about how, oh, it's going to be the streak, it's the streak. The most important thing is that we, you know, win this game, so I can feel good about maybe having, like, a 2 streak on the channel would be pretty cool, and beyond, maybe, who knows. So I was thinking we'd cut it short, you know, maybe just go for 3 to 5 runes or something like that. But now, you know, who knows? I'm down for whatever. Let's see how we're feeling. I mean, we'll take exactly as many runes as we feel like. You know, if it turns out that we're amazing iron dragon form is like an amazing final option for us, well, then we can definitely push it as long as we feel comfortable. I'm looking forward to being an amazing, powerful iron dragon transformation final Megazord form. Makleb, Kybriados, reasonable choices. Ogre, I feel like, is worth a couple of needles. What happened? Oh, shadows. Shadow Trap is a nasty one. Let's take him upstairs and just continue to run away. Maybe those shadows will vanish by the time we get back. I heard they're removing shadow traps from the game, which I am absolutely in favor of. Shadow traps are just so dumb. They don't even provide any experience or anything like that. They're just there to be annoying, so there's absolutely no incentive to fight them. Unless it's just like you're so annoyed that you step into a shadow trap that you want to like get your revenge on the game. Keep going over here. Nice. Sif Muna is not even thinking about us yet. But you'll warm up to us. I know it. You know, he's a little suspicious of the new gal around here. But you know, Sif, you know, we're gonna become best of friends until I abandon you. Whoops! Did I say that last part? Forget about that last part. Let's take off the protection from cold for now, just so we can see what this is all about. Ring of Stealth is neat, but I kind of like having this cold resistance. Let's actually remove the Ring of Stealth, put on the protection from cold, especially because you saw when we were fighting that ice beast before, we got slowed down by a cold blast. So being Draconian, having our draconic sort of endothermic nature can get to be an issue for us. Oh, whoops, I'm accidentally wielding a scroll of Identify. That's pretty stupid. But the scorpion is nice and poisoned up. Yeah, so I think that the cold resistance might actually nullify that effect, which would be extremely helpful for us in case we ran into Fanar in the Lair or something like that. Who knows what kind of cold threats we're going to run into. But now we have nothing to worry about there. And we have tons of armor, right? Yeah, we just have dual armor. Oh, plus 11 AC from our Iron Gray Scales is amazing. And I think that's even just going to get better as we level up. So that's the main advantage about being a Draconian turning into dragon form, is you get to keep that AC. Most other characters, yeah, you turn into a dragon, you got tons of HP, but also you have no EV, very little AC, a little less than you would hope. And so it ends up being a situation where dragon form is just not a very good spell. But for us, you know, it's a whole different situation. We can keep our plus 11 AC. We're going to be able to be a huge, monstrous, tanky Iron Dragon. That's going to be something for the world to fear. At least that's the dream. It's something that we can cling to as we try to work our way through the dungeon here. You know, it's something that we can do. Now Sif Muna is a little bit warming up to us. We can tap magical ambient fields if we needed to. We're not really blasty conjurer mages at this point. It's not like we're in situations where we're exhausting all of our magic and then we're screwed. You know, it's more like we're transmuter charmers. You know, we'll probably just put up our charms, turn into a dragon, and then just get in a fight, which is why we don't need Sif Muna forever. But in the meantime, it's kind of nice. I mean, who knows? We would like maybe to get into some of the Conjury lifestyle as well, or excuse me, the Summony lifestyle. You know, maybe summon a couple of things. Arrows, centaurs with arrows are very potent early game threats. Having all of this armor is nice, though, seriously. Scorpion, yeah. How about some blowgun? We got enough needles for it. And then take them off. Get up more beastliness and take them down. Very good. Any other spells that we were interested in learning? Ice Form, you know what? Yeah, Ice Form. Ice Form or Blade Hands? Now that's a question. Ice Form or Blade Hands? I'm going to go with Ice Form, just because, as I said, I would love to learn some Ice. I would love to learn some Blade Hands, too, don't get me wrong. Can we learn that? Not quite yet. We'll get some Blade Hands eventually, because Blade Hands is sort of the transmuter bread and butter, at least until we can get some Dragon Form going on. But what we're going to do here is train up some Ice a little bit, too, because that'll make Sif Muna happy. It'll also make me happy, too, if we get some Azakubo's armor or some Condensation Shield. That'll be a perfect complement to our Iron Dragon tanky lifestyle. It'll be even double tankier if we get a surrounding ore of ice. You know, the combination of ice and iron, that's pretty brutal. Like, I don't know what that is exactly, but it's a brutal combination of elements. You know, I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, if that's what our character is, Dragon of Ice and Iron, that sounds like something to be feared. Let's read up on some of these scrolls, new kinds of scrolls. Forget which spell? Nah. We just learned these. We're good. How about this one? Blink to wear. Alright, cool, good to know. And we're done exploring. Very, very, very good. Another floor under our belt here. And we're getting to the point where we are ready to check out the lair. I want to go in here. Nice. Check this out. Is this the lair? It's the Ecumenical Temple. Alright, well, we can take the cool way in. Alright, that's a nice place to be, but here, let me just hang out in this, hang out in this pool for a minute, because I really enjoy that. I really just enjoy the fact that we can sink to the bottom with our high-density draconic, you know, iron draconic form. Arrows of flame. If we turn arrows of flames into snakes, do they turn into salamanders or something like that? I'm not sure. It'd be pretty cool if they did. Priests. Alright, I shouldn't just be, like, randomly walking towards priests. Let's back off in the corner here. In fact, let's just walk here to the Ecumenical Temple. And take them out. Very good. Yeah, that was probably annoying. That was probably the wrong way to do it. Let's get out our blowgun, and maybe we can deal with these guys as such. The most important thing is, of course, is to deal with that priest. And now we'll just walk towards him. And we can fight him one at a time here from the safety of the water. As if we were a merfolk, but not quite. Not quite as good. Because we're still a bit slow about it. It's fine, though. It's cool. I'm enjoying it. Pair of boots. Nice. Random pair of boots. +0 pair of boots. All the AC we can get. I mean, I'm not concerned about AC anymore. Because our natural AC is going to be most of our AC, probably. 2 more Orc Priests. Okay, that's something. I'd rather not have to deal with all those Orc Priests at once, so let's just run away from the situation. We're going to get smitten a little bit. But if we head over here to this Ecumenical Temple, this is fine. Head downstairs. Heal up. We're near starving, so let's just eat. Yeah, we got tons of food already by now. Come out with our blowgun and deal with these guys from a distance. Orc Priest is poisoned. You are not. Let's make sure they're both nice and poisoned. Even sicker. Yeah, they're healing each other, or they're trying. But hopefully, yeah, the poison is going to do them in, and it did. And now I'll just sort of walk over and deal with the rest. Alright, yeah. We just have to be cool about it, and eventually we have to figure out some sort of more... Oh, there's an iguana there. I didn't even see him. He was camouflaged with the deep water. Figure out some sort of long-range option. You know, whether it's conjuring or summoning or ice magic or something, earth magic. I know we do probably have an aptitude for earth magic, too, considering we are iron, made out of iron. So we could go with that, you know, I mean, we could learn out some earth spells, too. We could learn Stone Skin and Azakubo. Make sure that our dragon form is going to have all the AC that we need. Hey, check it out, a new kind of ring, too. What's that all about? Is that worth identifying, or should we just put it on? Let's go ahead and put it on. I mean, the odds that it's contamination or something terrible like that is not great. and I'd like to save my potions of Identify, as they're rather precious for now. Ring of the Dragon, I mean, are we getting here? This is obviously what we need to wear. Like, this is the most beautiful, best omen in the whole world. So let's just make sure that we are wearing that instead of our other lousy Ring of Poison Resistance. Put on our Protection from Cold. It's going to be important for us to have good rings and jewelry too, right? Because that's basically the only thing that's going to come with us when we turn into a dragon. Most of it is not going to be, most of it is just going to meld into our body. If we have boots or whatever, you know, we're not gonna, if we have the nicest artifact boots in the world, it's not going to make too much of a difference. Having the nicest artifact jewelry in the world, though, will make a huge difference, and that's a good start. You know, we're turning into a dragon as we are. We're not going to be able to, because we're not going to be our typical red dragon. We're not going to have the RF++, RC- that you would expect, which is also sometimes listed as a disadvantage. Although we were strapped for fire resistance last game, it might have been nice to have something like that. Anyway, we won't have that. We will just have our normal draconic resistances. Hopefully Jeeve will give us some nice mutations and stuff too that we can take with us. Who knows? But I'm happy about this start. Ring of the Dragon, excellent omen. Reached level 9. Well, our dexterity went up to 14 here. I could get some strength or some intelligence. What are we liking here? I feel like Dragon Form is going to boost up my strength a lot. Let's just go with more dexterity. I'm kind of digging getting some more dexterity here. Feel agile. My scales feel yet even tougher. I'm pretty sure those are going to continue to go up throughout the game. What's that over there? Was that just a leather armor? You're going to just look for armor right here. Pair of gloves. We already are wearing some pair of gloves. No, we don't have those. Pair of gloves. Go get them. Yeah, go get them. Pair of gloves. So we got gloves. We got boots. Tons of armor class. 14 AC, 14 EV. Pretty good stats. I don't know if we're going to use a shield this game because it will interfere with our martial arts, and also we're going to turn into dragons on the regular as well. That's what condensation form is for, I guess. Did auto pickup get turned off? What? Yeah, 1 second here. Auto pickup is now on. That explains a thing or two. I was wondering, it's like, why is all this stuff not getting picked up here? Go and get all the stuff. Alright, now we're done exploring. And I'm tempted to call the video there because we got the Ring of the Dragon. That's a pretty good place to cut it. But at the same time, we should keep going. I just want to go and get to the lair. You know, let's not mess with our custom here. You know, our custom works well. If we get a character to the lair, that's when I'm going to put up the video. Because, right, that's what they say. If you get a character to the lair, you should be able to win the game. So, you know, I mean, that's sort of like my pact right there. You know, I mean, if I can get a character to the lair, I'll put up a video. Because then it's like, you know, this character is viable. It should be able to win. And I am officially stating my intentions to the world that I will win this character. Ice Beasts, dead ahead. But also destroyed now. Black Bear, didn't seem to be an issue last time, although I'd rather not fight him in conjunction with some Orc Priests. I knew there was going to be an Orc Priest about. Sort of wish I'd be able to dig a hidey hole. Okay, yeah, this is actually pretty bad. How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna get out of this one? I could just read teleportation. Could be the wisest plan. I sort of got trapped in here. Let's see if I can just cast Spider Form and take out a Black Bear. Yeah, we're able to do some nasty stuff with Spider Form. Maybe I should be casting Spider Form quite a bit more. It seems like that was really effective. I sort of thought Spider Form got nerfed, so maybe I've been a little bit more hesitant to use it than I should be. Spider Form is great. I think that Ice Form is going to be great in Lair as well. Yeah, casting these things. Spider Form is already quite castable. Ice Form is already quite castable too, you know, so we're probably not going to learn much poison magic. Although Poison Iron and Ice is maybe even more terrifying. Although you don't want to muddle the image. Like here, Water Moccasin and Iguana. This would be a perfect place for an Ice Form. Can we, like, do that? Very dangerous to cast. Alright, so never mind. I still don't think that Spider Form is necessarily the right idea against these. Well, maybe it is, but just a beastly appendage. I feel like we should be able to take out a Water Moccasin. Yeah, poison, but let's see how we're going to be able to deal with these sort of typical Lair level threats. I mean, if we're going into Lair, if we're going to win the game here, we need to make sure that we actually can. Wyverns always bite harder than you think. So I'd like to poison him. No, I missed. How about let's cast Dragon or Ice Form? Or Spider Form. Messed it up. Alright, but we got it this time. Alright, let's do it. Do it. Do it. We should hopefully dodge this guy. My AC down to 2. I hate that. I didn't realize that that was going to happen. So, I mean, it's a huge trade-off there. All right, maybe Spider Form is a little bit more dangerous than I thought it might be. Because AC2 from 15 is a huge quality of life decrease. You know, being the... Oh, no, don't do that. Wheel of nothing. Nothing. Yeah, I mean, just being as tanky as we are, and then to go down to absolutely squishiness. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hard ask. I wonder, is Ice Form going to make a difference? I might have to try Ice Form as well. Ice Form, I think, being made out of ice, it's a little bit more armor than you would expect. But, you know, maybe not. Let's identify these other potions. Potion of Invisibility could come in handy. Potion of Haste is something I haven't used in a while. Again, an advantage of not being a Formikid. What do we got here? Potions of Agility. And this guy, Potions of Curing. Very good to know. And then a Scroll of Fear. Also a relatively useful thing to know. Wand of Magic Darts is not usually what I consider to be the most useful thing in the world, but it's also not the least useful. Actually, it might be. It depends. Some of those hexing wands. Alright, Rune Door up here. Well, this is interesting. I'm not sure what's going on over here. You know, of course we need to check it out. Let's go ahead and eat this beef jerky for good luck. Wasn't quite jerkerific, but maybe whatever's in here is going to be jerkerific. I'll check it out. Oh, it's the slimes! It's the slime. Alright, so there's a whole bunch of slime jellies in here. And they're going to come out and try to eat these guys. Yep, 2 oozes and 2 jellies. So this is sort of like a trick. You gotta kill the jellies before they eat all the gold. Which is hilarious. Let's go ahead and maybe shoot this Wand of Frost at him. Alright, I accidentally shot out the ooze. That's not what I meant to do. It was highlighted red, so I thought it was another jelly. Yeah, I actually want to shoot the jelly. Okay, it's gonna corrode our stuff. Fortunately, we have so much AC. It's like corroding my iron skin. It's not pleasant. Fortunately, I should be able to repair it, I think. Yeah, I repair my equipment / my skin. Just fine. Another little bit of healing balm, skin balm won't be able to cure. And blue potion, wand of lightning. That's a little bit more useful sometimes. Wand of arrows of flame. I'm not sure if they make any special fiery snakes. Should probably find out. Ogre, sure, yeah, I can hit you with some poisonousness. And then I think I can just go toe-to-toe with you as well with 15 AC and 15 EV. These are good defenses. This is solid defenses for the Lair. I mean, Draconian Transmuter is supposed to be a recommended class. I mean, maybe it's a little bit of a tricky start with any sort of unarmed start is a little bit on the tricky side. But, on the other hand, like, this should be very, very winnable. And I'm starting to feel it already. Okay, we got hit with an iron giant club there, right? You see that? It did 40 damage. One more shot like that could have killed us. So, you know, the game is very good about knocking us back down. Every time we start talking about, you know, making overtures towards our own invincibility, the game is definitely quick to remind us that we're only one dice roll away from dying most of the time. But we can load the dice here, you know? We can play with loaded dice. That's what Dungeon Crawl is all about. Loaded dice. And was that the Lair right there? No, it was not the Lair. So we got at least a little more ways to go. But you know what? I want to do this. I'm committed to keep going. A sip of water. Troll down here. A troll is worth poisoning, I think. They've got some nasty regenerative type properties, so if we make sure that they are like feeling quite sick. Hey. It's also getting dark in here. I can't see what my keys are doing here. Alright, 1 second here. I'm going to use this magical property of my keyboard. I got a new mechanical keyboard. I don't know if you can tell. My keyboard makes different sounds than it used to. It's really nice. It's like one of those click-clacky mechanical keyboards. It's real fancy. It was a birthday present. And it's also got like a LED on it. So it's like I can make the backlight come on. And now all the keys are lit up in blue, which is pretty cool. You can also do all sorts of neat tricks where it's like you type and it makes the keys light up and do different colors or whatever. Cool. Take out the ant maybe first, and now we can take out this troll maybe second. Alright, it is dangerous, but it is also nice and poisoned, and we're getting in some nice chops there. Very good, yeah. Any sort of way that we could augment our defense as well would be fantastic. Looking for any sort of spell book. Sif Muna. that's got some icy Azakubo stuff in there or whatever. We already have a pair of gloves and a pair of cloak. In fact, we can't wear much else but a hat. Right? We can wear a hat. We can't wear a helmet, but we can wear a hat. And we have not seen that yet exactly. Illivalon would have been interesting. We'll do that with a different character. I heard they made Illivalon much less annoying, which is definitely a huge plus. Illivalon, you used to have to sacrifice weapons to make her happy, and it was just annoying. Like, you had to play weapon cleanup duty in order to get any sort of piety, and you couldn't use any weapons yourself. Now she doesn't care as much about that. She just wants to explore around. Scroll blinking, very nice to know. Wand of Frost, we don't really need another one, do we? Let's drop the old one. Centaur Zombie, wow, you really think that's a red level threat? Didn't we kill a regular centaur earlier and it wasn't that big of a deal? Was it marked in red and I just didn't notice? Were we that close to death a second ago? Maybe this is just a particularly powerful centaur that got animated. Maybe he animated himself because he was dabbling in dark arts. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, this does seem like a relatively powerful zombie. Maybe because it's faster. I think, yeah, that's part of the thing. You know, zombies are usually considered to be lower level threats because they're not very fast. The fact that that one was a centaur zombie, maybe a little bit faster than your typical zombie, might have meant that the game was a little bit more worried about it. Got up to level 10. And the Scorpion, I don't think we even need to use blowgun tricks against these guys anymore. They're quite harmless. Yeah, I love seeing that progression from absolutely dangerous, lethal threat that we need to pull out all the stops on to just being something to tab through as necessary. And again, you don't have to slap me down, Dungeon Crawl. I'm not getting arrogant here. I'm just stating a fact about how much I like you and the sort of dynamic that we got going on. Don't get the wrong impression. Yeah, here's a regular centaur, and it's only marked as yellow, even when he's alive. You know? So that seems a little weird. We gotta take out that centaur, and then we can take out this ice beast. This ice beast is gonna try to shock us. I would think that maybe going into spider form or something here would be a neat thing to try, but the ice beast is dead anyway. Yeah, we could also consider trying to mutate ourselves up as much as possible, considering that Jiva will appreciate that, and we're eventually going to be able to remove all of our bad mutations with Jiva anyway. Is that the Lair right there? I think I might have saw the Lair. That ogre, considering that last ogre was more trouble than I expected, let's try to poison up this one a little bit. Alright, you're even sicker, and now I can just kill you the old-fashioned way. How about, I can learn Blade Hands as well. Yeah, Blade Hands is E. That's a fine letter for it. Let's go ahead and just, well, I always put my deflect missiles on E. So let's just go ahead and put that on D. I don't know. What are my spells on right now? Ice form is D. Alright, so this doesn't make sense. Let's change everything around. Spells, ice form is I. Spells, blade hands is B. Sticks to snakes is that. Alright, that way I can use my old macro too. I don't really need to be casting sticks to snakes all the time. On the other hand, I would love to cast blade hands all the time. So that's fine. Sticks to snakes, I'm barely going to use anymore. I'm probably going to amnesia that eventually, so I don't really care if it's on E for now. And spider form, we can put that on S. Alright, so now I got reasonable ways to remember how to cast my various transmutative forms, depending on the situation. I kind of like being a transmuter like that. It's sort of like being like, you know, you ever see the Sword in the Stone? Like that one scene where they have the wizard's duel between Merlin and Madam Mim. And they like have like a transmutative wizard's duel where it's like they basically like transforming into different types of animals to try to counter the other one. Or as another example of that sort of thing, if you ever played King's Quest V, you know, I don't like to spoil it exactly, but it's like there's definitely like sort of a very cool like wizard's battle sort of like that, where it's like you're trying to turn into different kinds of animals in order to counter your foe. And I always thought stuff like that was kind of cool. I think that's a very old idea. It goes back to like ancient, you know, Mesopotamian mythology or whatever. So I think that's just pretty cool. And we're sort of embracing that right now. We're a transmuter. We can turn into blocks of ice. Okay. I thought we were done here, but we're not. We can turn into blocks of ice. We can turn into spiders. We can turn into dragons. We can do whatever we need to in order to be able to get the job done. A little too much forest around here for me to be happy about that. Does that mean that we found the lair? Like, is this the lair right over here? It looks like it could be the lair. I'm surprised it's as deep as D11. I thought we were about to find the lair. Yeah, we already found the lair. This is just some sort of mysterious pastoral sheep forest, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm also definitely not a huge fan of 2 electric eels. We're going to get away from those immediately. Necrophage, okay, whatever. Take him out, and hopefully he doesn't rot us too much. So I don't need to be clearing this just yet. I mean, if I could, I'll just try to find a staircase here. Get back. Oh, another electric eel. No, you don't need to zap me. You really don't. You don't need to blast me. Thank you. I don't like this electric eel area over here. This is a little crazy. Alright, this is a little weird, too. This is only way back up. I'm glad I had the intuition to look up here, because it seemed like the place where they would put some staircases. And this is a big open area as well. 2 orc wizards. I don't know, maybe like this may be like a spider form here. Like, I can kill you, poison them all up real quick. We got a little confused. Yeah, I guess spiders are easily vulnerable to hex wands or something like that. Hex effects, having relatively low MR. But I feel like that did get the job done, didn't it? You know, I mean, we spidered them all up, took them out in relatively short order before he had any ability to really take us down. Here's a million guys over here. They're mostly not dangerous, but we're going to do things right and get them into this hallway so I can tab through them sequentially. Very good. And we find the stairs? No, there's a Cyclops sleeping down there. Sort of makes me think that if we're running into dangerous foes like this and we'd like to be able to back off, maybe a little bit of stealth wouldn't kill us, huh? A couple of points in stealth is pretty good for every character. Also means that we could maybe, you know, get some better punch stabs. Alright, he's poisoned. Yikes, we got smitten there. So I'd like to maybe head back down to this staircase now all of a sudden. Alright, yeah, go downstairs. This is annoying, but oh well. Yeah, falling through that shaft was a little bit on the obnoxious side. Cool, we can take this guy downstairs at least, though. Take him out. He's poisoned, and now if I run over here a little bit more, maybe just get up a app. Beastly appendage. Good. Orc warrior is gone. Having a blowgun is useful just for dealing with orc warriors, seriously. And then we'll get the blowgun. Yeah, I don't know, maybe that wasn't quite necessary. Get a couple poison on these guys, and then maybe be able to take out these guys as well. Rather not get confused, rather not get super smitten. There is like a Cyclops coming at us as well, so let's make sure that we don't have to deal too much about that. Cyclops will definitely pound our head in. Alright, this is fine. And is that a hat up there? No, it's a helmet. Scroll of enchant weapon. Could get a better blowgun. You know, I don't see what else I'm saving it for. You know, if I'm going to go unarmed character, I mean, what else am I saving it for besides a blowgun? Unless I get a blowgun of evasion or something like that. Seems horribly worth concerning myself with if I can get a better blowgun now. All the better to take out orc warriors or whatever. Maybe even get a couple of points in throwing and go with that route for this character. But we'll read this new kind of scroll as well. Scroll of recharging. Let's see. I mean, probably the most useful one we got is polymorph. And it was zapped a whole bunch, so I feel like maybe it could stand to get recharged. Here's a hatch in the ceiling. There's a hill giant. Oh, man. Can I beat the hill giant to the hatch? That's the question. One step. Go upstairs. Very good. It worked well. Take the potion of haste. Alright, so I don't like dealing with those giant floors. You can see that, you know, things are going to ramp up in difficulty a little bit when we get down to that next level. There's giants and cyclopes scoping around, ready to smash our brains in. Maybe we got to train up a little bit more on the lair first. So I think that's exactly what you'll do. That's the plan. Alright, well done, Lady Egmont, the martial artist, Grey Draconian of Sif Muna. I like where we're going with this. Ring of the Dragon. Got big ambitions here, you know, big dreams of maybe turning into a proper dragon one day. That is the dream. So, this is cool. It's not a streak, unfortunately, but hey, maybe not being a streak is exactly what we needed to get this character off the ground. You know, I mean, no pressure or nothing. Lady Egmont just doing her thing. She's a cool cat, cool draconian lizardly type, and definitely feeling good about this character now. So, anyway, I'm back. Alright, I'll probably be recording some NetHack videos and Dungeon Crawl videos over the course of the next couple of days. I'll probably sort of intersperse those. So just stay tuned. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will definitely see you next time. Thanks for watching.